Hello, Younger Old here, and welcome to my channel. Well, it's getting tough to sort of make a video. There's not really a lot happening in the biking world, so I'm just going to do basically a quick one really to advise about keeping safe and things you can do during lockdown. Just using a little bit of B-roll here from the other day when I took this CBR 600 for an MOT and a new tyre and get a little bit of shopping, so just try to get all the jobs done at once. It's really difficult at the moment. I mean, you know, the sun is shining, it's you know, Easter's this weekend, you know, and it's traditionally a time we'll all be out on the bikes, you know, certainly going off to bike meet somewhere, have a spot of lunch and making the most of it. Sadly, you know, that's not safe to do that now. And I would advise anybody who is thinking of doing anything like that is to think twice, you know, keep yourself safe, keep everybody else safe, and let's be a little bit less of a burden on the NHS. Normally at this time, we'd have loads of trainees booking CBTs, you know, so I'd be busy doing the teaching. I mean, a lot of people just rather want to, you know, get the CBT so they can ride the small bike, or this is the time when people will think, right, you know, I want to get a bike for the summer. So if I do my CBT now and start my lessons, you know, a couple of months' time I could be riding the bike of my choice, age permitting, of course. This is the time when I wish I'd got like a project bike to work on, you know, at least I could sort of be out in the back garden and stripping bits down. I'm good at stripping bits down, I'm not so good at building them back again, but at least I could have made a start on it, but sadly nothing to do. Yeah, my ZZR does need a full service, but I've done the oil change on it, but I'm not going to sort of start messing around with all the other bits involved. It's a bit beyond my capabilities. My Triumph, that's serviced and everything sorted on that one, so I can't really say I've got anything to do on the bikes as such. I have managed to sort of give the garage a good clear out and you know, made it a little bit more room in there for the bikes. So yes, for all us bikers or anybody else who enjoys an outdoor lifestyle, it's hard at the minute. You know, you are a bit of a prisoner in your own home. I'm not a telly person, so I watch very little TV. I do spend a lot of time on YouTube looking at videos and on various different subjects. But, you know, there's only so much of that you can do before you start getting cramp and numb bum and, you know, you need to get up and do something. But it is hard. But now's the time when, you know, you probably could sort of give your bike an oil change if it needs one. If you're not confident at doing it, you know, there's plenty of information out here on YouTube which will advise you. I'd never done anything like that before until a couple of years ago, but I found out on YouTube, just looked it up and, oh okay, that's how you do an oil change. And from there it was sort of quite simple. We've been notified from the hotel in the Highlands that our trip up to Scotland in June is now looking unlikely. However, you know, they have told us that we've got 18 months where we can actually use it another time, you know, so okay, it's going to have to be delayed but not cancelled, so better late than never. Still waiting to hear what's going to be happening in Bruges for the July trip. I would imagine that's going to go the same way. Even if we did get over there, I mean, if they're still on lockdown and you can't go out and have a meal or travel around, then there's not really much point in going there neither. So we've not had to pay the hotel yet for that. That's one good thing. We've only just paid the tunnel crossing. But likewise, I would imagine they'll give us a ticket so we can use it at a later date. Last week should have been first of one of the bike meets always opens in April near us. It's at a really great setting and you can get a bite to eat and a drink. It's really nice. It's at a massive quarry, so it's obviously full of water, the quarry, but there's plenty of parking bays around the side. It's popular with a lot of scuba divers as well. But one of the local motorbike accessory dealers, they tend to run this. But it's always a good night, but sadly that was, you know, obviously cancelled as well. Sat in the conservatory Wednesday looking out at the weather thinking, oh, how nice it would be, and oh, what would them chips and that cold Diet Coke taste like? But sad, but you know, we have to do what we have to do. If we weren't on any form of lockdown, I'd be sort of getting quite excited now, because I'd be definitely going out tomorrow for a spin on the bike, off to a bike meet somewhere, have a nice ride out for the day. But you know, got to resist the temptation and just say, you know, it's not safe to go. And once again, I urge us all just to listen to what the government guidelines are. We all have our own opinions of it, but you know, let's just work together, and hopefully we can stamp this terrible thing out before, you know, too many other people perish because of it. You know, it's a real tragedy. So always remember, you know, to keep safe and keep yourself safe. Protect others. My next video is going to be on a totally different subject really, so I'm going out on a limb there, but about just before this lockdown business started, I sort of took up a new hobby, and I must admit it's keeping me sane at the minute, because without it I'd be going absolutely stir crazy. It's something, yes, I do tend to go out to do the hobby, before lockdown that is, but since lockdown I've been able to manage to continue with it in a smaller scale in my own garden. So, you know, watch out for the next video. There might be something of interest in that for you. It's not really going to be motorbike related. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Tick if you like it. Leave any comments, I'll always reply. And it's always nice if you was to subscribe, it does help my channel. So, all I'm going to say is, if you do have to ride to work or essential journeys, ride safe. More importantly, just keep safe and your family safe. And bye for now.